guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh god, it feels good to be back. I think I haven't posted in about say nearly going on 3 months. Just had a lot going on with having 2 jobs, and obviously we all have our own problems that we need to attend to as well. Yeah, it feels good to be back. I have this makeup look ready for you guys. I just decided that I just wanted to do it. It's like quick, it's simple, and of course it's using my SHAANXO palette that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It was really cheap as well from BH Cosmetics. She did a collab with them like quite a while ago, but I thought I'd do a look on it anyway because I just love the palette. But yeah, I've got some new products from NYX as well, so you'll be seeing that in this video. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back and I'm better. I want you bad as ever. Stay tuned if you want to see this look, guys. Bye! So first I'm taking my Benefit Porefessional primer, and I'm just going to dot that on the face, on the places where I need the most coverage, because I have pores around the T-zone and around onto my cheeks, so I'm going to put that there, and it's going to help smooth out and make my skin look better. Make sure I get right in there. This is a really good primer as well. Then I'm going on to my MAC Oil Control Lotion, and I'm just going to spread that around my face and just rub it in the places where I get really oily. I get really oily everywhere, but I'm just going to put that on the places where I get most oily. Then I'm taking my Matte Finish primer from NYX. This is a new for me. I'm just going to spray that on the face. Now I'm taking my NYX Eyebrow Waterproof Gel in the shade Black Noir, and I'm taking that with my NYX brush, and this is 10 I believe, and I'm just putting that straight onto the brows. First I'm starting off at the bottom just to get a good outline, then I'll go on to the top and just make sure that my brow is crisp and is very bold, because I like bold brows. And I'll make sure that my brow has no sparse hairs on it and it's all filled in perfectly. Just going to continue and do that on the next brow. Make sure I fill it in, make sure it's looking like a sister to the other brow, because we don't want cousins, we want it to be as close as possible, so sisters. And just make sure that it's very bold and the outline is what it's supposed to be. Then I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate, and I'm just putting that onto the front of my eyebrow just to make sure it has a gradient effect on the brows and it doesn't look harsh and proper drawn on. Using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer with a Eco Tools brush, and this is the shade Fawn I believe, and I'm just using that to clean up the brows to make sure, well, to make sure it don't look bad, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just going to clean up the brows, and I'm also taking that down onto the lid because it's going to prep it for when we have the eyeshadow, because I don't actually have an eyelid primer. Also taking that on the top bit of my brow because I want it to be proper clean, and as I said before, they need to be bold, so we want them to be clean and bold and look good and good. Just making sure that I repeat that on the next brow, just repeating the same method, cleaning it up and making sure that there's no flyaway hairs on my brows. Taking it down to the lid, and then afterwards we're going to set it with some powder, and the powder I'm going to be using is the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. Just using it with my Real Techniques sponge and packing that on the lid, but I'm not baking, I'm just setting it in place. Woo! Foundation time! Now I'm taking my L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is really affordable. I think it was like £10 from like Superdrug or something like that. Just taking that on my round top foundation brush and applying that to my face. I think this is in the shade Dulce Force, something like that, and it's really nice and it kind of matches my skin tone. Maybe it's a bit more red, but it'll do because it's cheap and it's still good, so can't really complain about that. I'm just making sure I start at the bottom parts of my face and just work my way in, because we will be applying concealer, so we don't want it to be too heavy. just taking that foundation round the forehead with the foundation brush. And you have to be careful with this foundation, I must say, because it does oxidize. So if you think you're a shade, make sure you try it out. I think I might have put too much foundation on, so I'm just taking my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge and I'm just going around my face with that. And what this will do will soak up any excess product and it will take that away from us, and it will just give us a nice base to work with. Just taking that everywhere around the face. Back at it again with the concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. And I'm just putting that in triangular shapes around my face and making sure that I apply this in a way where it will lift up my face. So if you can notice, I'm dragging that up to the side of my eye because I do have quite droopy eyes. So what this will do, it will lift up our eyes and lift up our face and make our face look more contoured. And that's a really good trick. So I'm applying that to my chin, my cupid's bow, and then I will take that on to my forehead. Make sure that it goes down the bridge of your nose because we want a highlighted face and we want to make sure everything is balanced. I'm going to blend that out with my MAC brush. It is the 190 brush, and I'm just putting that around the face to blend. Using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge to blend underneath the eyes because I feel like it blends better because it doesn't leave them looking too cakey, whereas the foundation brush, it could end up looking patchy, and no honey, I don't want a patchy face, okay? I want it to be looking seamless, smooth, airbrushed and HD, just like the concealer says on the packaging. Going in with my foundation brush just to neaten up the edges because we want to blend them out. We don't want to have a proper separation of the concealer and the foundation. We want it to blend and look gradient and smooth. But then I'm going back in with that 190 brush from MAC and I'm just spreading the concealer evenly around my forehead and my nose. Using my Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder, I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and everywhere that we applied the concealer, because what this is going to do, it's going to highlight as well as set the powder. So it's going to make it look more contoured, as I said before, and it is going to look photoshopped. A good trick as well to neaten up your contour, or even before you've contoured, is to just apply some powder underneath, and this will just make it look sharp, and the contour won't be as low as it could be. So it will just make it sharper, higher, and your face will look more structured. Okay, now I know you guys are probably thinking I look really crazy, but I'm just dancing, waiting around for the powder to set in for a bit. Then we're gonna dust it off. And I'm just taking my Real Techniques brush and my Bobbi Brown powder and dusting away the excess powder. And what the Bobbi Brown powder is going to do, it's going to make sure that no powder is clinging to the brush. It's going to make sure that all the powder is just dusting away as we want it to be. Just making sure my face is still really matte because I have really oily skin, so I just want to make sure it's really matte and smooth. And then I will go ahead and dust a bit of it over my eyebrows because they are looking a bit shiny, okay? And this is just going to set them in place for when we put the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara on in the shade Black. This video isn't sponsored by LA Girl, but yes, again, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal as a contour shade. and this is in dark cocoa, and I'm just chiseling out them cheekbones. Just using my duo fibre brush to blend it out, of course, and I'm making sure I blend from the highest point to where my natural contour line is. Haven't used this palette in a while. It's the Zoeva Coral Spectrum Blush palette, and I'm just going to use those top two colours. Taking those two shades on a duo fibre brush and just applying them to my cheeks. It's just a flush of colour and they look really nice, especially the darker pink. It looks really nice on my skin tone, so I absolutely love this. So if you see me applying too much, it's because I got way too happy, okay? Ooh, now on to my favourite part, the eyeshadow. So this is the SHAANXO palette, and I'm going to be taking that burnt orange kind of colour and just applying that to my crease. I'm going to start on the outer V and then just start taking it slowly, dragging it in to the inner corner of my eyelid. And what this is just going to do, it's just going to create a transition colour, especially on my skin tone. It's a nice transition colour for what else we're going to put on. So yeah, just doing the same thing on the other eye, just making sure that they are all blended out and it's seamless and there is no harsh lines in the eyeshadow. Going in with that dark brown shade on a pencil brush, I'm just putting that just above my crease of my eye, and I am making sure that I'm not going to try too hard to make sure it's crisp, but I'm just going to make sure that it's visible but it's not too harsh. Then I'm going in with a clean dense blender brush and just blending those two shades together. Changed my mind, I didn't want it to be a cut crease anymore. Then I'm running that burnt orange shade underneath my lash line just so that it brings the whole look together and it creates more of a smoky eye. Doing that underneath both eyes. Using that blender brush I used earlier, I'm just going to smoke out underneath the eyes where I applied the burnt orange, and it's just going to make it smooth and seamless. So now I'm taking that middle shade from the SHAANXO palette and I'm just going to take that on a flat brush and apply that to my lid. Also making sure that I don't go over any of the eyeshadow that we've already put down. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm taking my KIKO Daring Look eye marker and I'm just going to start from the middle of my eye, work my way in and then work my way out. I've been using this technique a lot lately because I think it gives me a more precise wing, even though I haven't quite mastered that yet. Now I'm taking my KIKO Pump It Up Volume and Curl Mascara and I'm just applying that to the top lashes. This was quite a new concealer as well because the purpose of it was to make sure that people with quite straight eyelashes have the position to curl, because if you can see the wand itself, it has curling properties, so those are supposed to cling onto the lashes and push them up. this look would not be finished without some lashes. So now I'm taking my Demi Wispy lashes, and I got this 4-pack from Superdrug. I think it was about £20. Really affordable for a 4-pack, and I'm just applying that with some tweezers and getting them really precise. Now for my favourite part, I'm using this highlighter from the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm just going to take that 3rd shade and use my fan brush to apply this onto the highest points of my cheek. Making sure that it's blended out very neatly with the fan brush. Then I'm going to use my fingers instead of a brush and apply it to the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. And what it's going to do, it's going to highlight it and make it become narrower. Just using a very cheap lip pencil that I think I got from Boots. This is the Natural Collection lip liner. I'm just applying that to my lips in prep for applying my NYX Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi 9. And I'm just putting that all over my lips and making sure it blends with the brown. To finish, I'm spraying my face with the matte finish spray from NYX, and that is the look completed. Right, bye guys, I hope you enjoyed this look. It was really simple and it was really quick. I have a new brow routine, so if you want to see that, then make sure you comment in the comments below and I'll get that up for you, because I've kind of like alternated through my Anastasia and other products as well, like brow pencils, but I finally like come to terms with what I think is right for me and what combination works the best for me now. So if you want to see that, make sure you comment below, and I will have a new video up for you very soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and make sure you don't miss out and you subscribe because you don't want to miss out on anything. And bye guys, see you in my next video.